Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Dead No More, The Clone Conspiracy Issue 1. Of course, I wanted to get a review for this super early because I heard big things happen in this issue, and of course, it's Spider-Man, it's Clone Conspiracy. It was a book I was really looking forward to, so let's see if I enjoyed it. So let's start talking about the cover first. We of course have these amazing Alex Ross covers, really like it. We have our main villain in the background, which I don't really like right now, but maybe this issue changed that. But yeah, really cool artwork. Now, one thing I'll say is I've had a complaint about the current artwork of the Amazing Spider-Man, but really glad to see Jim Chung doing the artwork for the interior. The same artist who did stuff like Young Avengers. Really like his art style. I think he actually draws female characters even better. The one character I didn't like in this issue, art-wise, was J. Jonah Jameson. I felt like had a little bit too much line work. His hair looked a little weird, but again, that's kind of just a nitpick because he wasn't even in the issue that much. But other than that, it's gorgeous artwork, especially for the emotion, action scenes with the... I'm trying to think of her name. Well, with Maxine, I know that's her name. The new Electro type character. I really like the artwork there. So yeah, art style just was great. And then having amazing moments like that, bringing the emotion, was very well done. So I was very happy with the art style. Talking about the secondary story, because that's really important too, we have Ron Frenz, one of my favorite artists. Artist who did Spider-Girl, returning and doing this secondary story with Gwen Stacy, which is so great because we go back to the bridge. We go back to that time of comics, kind of old school comics. So it's cool to have an old school look to it, which Ron Frenz does a really good job at, but also making it look modern at the same time. Very bright colors. So both stories had really good artwork. But let's start talking about the main story and then getting into the secondary story. So the issue opens up with Jay Jameson, his funeral, that they didn't use the new U technology to save him. So J. Jonah Jameson's very upset, and Peter is upset at himself too. He's kind of being the old St. Peter, saying, oh, you know, I killed all these people. Death is my real enemy. And he goes off and he tries to figure out, did I do the right thing? He goes to his guinea pig pretty much, and it seems like his guinea pig is not doing so well. He has, what do they call it? It's like Kane's thing. Let me see what they called it. Cellular degradation? Yeah, cellular degradation. So we're seeing that he's not doing so well. So main new you is not a good thing. And then by the end we see Peter fighting Rhino, who likes these clones and things happening with the clones because he got his wife back. But Peter's trying to dig deeper to what these clones are all about, and then he gets to see people in his life he cares about, so he really is torn apart. What does he do? And the people in his life obviously is Gwen, and then you see Dr. Octopus return. So is this connected to the Superior Spider-Man stuff? We'll have to see. So we'll talk about that story, then getting into the secondary story, but I thought this was a good issue. I liked it. I do think it was better than the previous Amazing Spider-Man issues. I do think there are some pacing problems, though. There was a good chunk of the middle that I was like, you know, the dialogue was a little heavy. Yeah, so the dialogue I felt like needed work in the first story. The second story, I really liked the dialogue, and it's Dan Slott writing both of them. But yeah, this is a little bit of a slower issue. That's something I'll give too, is that the plot really doesn't progress too much besides stuff we already know. Of course, we're going to have J. Jonah Jameson's funeral. The reactions we had, we knew were going to happen. We knew these characters were going to come back. So in that story, there's not a lot of surprises. But overall, I thought the execution was pretty well done. I liked it compared to the other stories I've been reading. So yeah, I thought it was pretty good, but I'm hoping pacing will be better in the future issues. Now moving on to the secondary story, which really was my favorite story. I really loved getting into the head of Gwen Stacy, seeing her death and what she thought, and then seeing that, learning a little bit more about these clones, that they actually are the people that died, and the choices they have to make, and we'll see if they're any different, and hopefully we'll see that through the eyes of Gwen Stacy. I would love to see Spider-Gwen meet this version of Gwen Stacy. I think if they don't, that'd be a missed opportunity. So it's interesting. that story because you do learn more new stuff. The other stories don't really learn anything, but here you're actually learning more about the clones and what this version of the clone story means compared to other clone stories. So I like that story a lot, even though that's the shorter one. I kind of wish that was the main story and then the Peter one was the secondary story, because I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling Peter's voice here, which is weird because I love Peter Parker, but maybe because we've been hearing so much from him for this situation already and not learning any more new information, it felt repetitive. But then seeing a different point of view made it feel a little less repetitive, and actually makes me excited for Prowler because he's going to be going through some similar stuff. So overall, I gave this issue 3.5 stars. Really like the artwork. The main story I think could have used some improvement, but really like the secondary story. So overall, I'm going to give Clone Conspiracy issue 1 3.5 stars, and of course I'll be picking up the rest and seeing where it goes. But it wasn't a bad start for the book. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic and Out. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links to my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.